Chairman, Dean, committee members, my name is Robert McDormand, Auto Claim Specialist. I'm here today to testify in support of House Bill SB 458. Thank you for allowing me to address this committee. This is my third session to testify in support of mandatory appraisal rights in motor vehicle policy in Texas. I am licensed by the Texas Department of Insurance and other state Department of Insurance as a public insurance adjuster. Auto claim specialists are licensed in over 26 states. The last session, Texas Watch compiled data on the impact of auto appraisal for Texas insured, and their study found that an average difference between appraisal award and the insurance offer of repair claims was $5,300. The average difference on total loss claims was $3,800. The Texas Department of Insurance in December of 2024 released their appraisal experience data report called. The findings showed an increase between $2,100 and $5,900 more than the insurer's initial offer. Our records show for repair procedure appraisal disputes on average increase of $6,500 and for total loss claims $3,900. The Texas Department of Insurance 2022 biennial report considerations suggested to establish policy form appraisal guidance. The Texas Office of Public Insurance Council report for the 88th Texas Legislature Recommendation 1 was preserved right of appraisal. The Texas Department of Insurance on their website advised the insured to seek appraisal before filing a complaint. Several years ago, I brought to their attention not all policies had an appraisal clause. Today's Texas Department of Insurance suggests the insured check their policy to see if it has a right to appraisal clause. Chairman Dean, I commend your leadership, direction, and public service as well as other committee members. I'm welcome to answer any questions y'all have.
Appreciate your testimony. Okay. Representative Morgan.
Thank you. So since you do appraisals, how long does it take your appraisal to come to conclusion?
For once we send it to appraisal?
Right. Obviously, the client, you don't send it to appraisal. The insured or the insurer sends it to appraisal.
Yes, sir. That's right. And I've got those numbers in a chart here. Can I look at them and tell you what they are?
Sure. I didn't know you handed us a chart. Sorry.
Yes, sir. And these numbers are pretty alarming, Mr. Morgan, and they're this last two sessions I turned over all my data to this committee, and nobody had any problem with the data. So for average repair claim cycle time without umpire, from date of loss to estimate of record date is 32 days. Estimate record date to last insurance supplement is 32 days. Supplement date to filed right of repair is 47 days. Filed right of appraisal date appraiser appointed is 48 days. Date appraiser appointed to date settled claim is 121 days. Mr. Morgan, that's a long time. You know, and so I trust that Commissioner Brown will make good decisions on setting guidance for these time triggers. You know, the original bill had some nice time triggers in it, but I think, in my opinion, she did a good job on Texas windstorm triggers. I think if she follows that same guidelines, the consumers it'll be good for the insured and the insurer.
Yeah, I know some take a long time, some are short. Obviously, you're dealing with automobiles. I've done both auto and homes personally. So I know some can take a long time because they're extremely complicated and some not. So it's just making sure that there's enough time for everybody. So anyway, thank you for your testimony.
Thank you. Any other questions? Executive Director, Texas Watch, showing you registered for SB 458, correct?
That is correct,
Please
sir.
proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for bringing this legislation forward into the House. Appraisal legislation got so close last session. It was on the very last Senate intent calendar, and it was just a casualty of the clock. This time it's out of the Senate, it's over to the House, and we're very hopeful that it can make it across the finish line and get to the governor's desk this time because it's going to help a lot of consumers. You have a very fair and balanced bill. You heard about the stakeholder process from Mr. Betts. Appraisal's there to resolve these cost disputes, not coverage and causation, but cost disputes, the amount of the loss, to do that quickly, but understanding that some matters can be complex. One suggestion, Mr. Chairman, that I would make, I know you referenced maybe some small improvements to the bill. On page 2, line 6, it talks about the time in which the appraisal will be concluded. My suggestion would be to also add the words commenced and concluded, just to make sure that these time triggers are in place that neither side can use or misuse this process to delay things, to lay behind the log. So I think adding the word commenced there on page 2, line 6 would be a great help. Yes, the commissioner knows how to adopt these rules. She's done this for TWIA. And you heard our study referenced in the last legislative session. We looked at 1,200 claims files, and we found that appraisal made a big difference for auto policyholders. Again, $5,300 on repair claims and $3,800 on total loss claims, and that largely tracks the TDI study. They found a difference of $2,100 to $5,900 on auto claims. Appraisal is especially important, I think, for auto policyholders because there's very few practical options for them on property damage claims. Cars are rolling computers these days. They're very complex, so appraisal can help. Happy to take any questions.
Appreciate your testimony, and you said two different things. One, you said it almost got there, and we ran out of time.
Yes, sir.
So the reason I'm saying we want to be careful about adding, we don't want to run out of time again, okay? So there's a lot of things we might talk about in the interim, but the important thing now is to get this to the floor. Members, any questions? Thank you for the testimony.